And I mean that in the sense that she's a real player.
Something like that. Something fun. Snappy. Yeah. Good.
Hello, Matthias. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So first of all, thank you so much for having me. I watched the whole show, and it's so amazing and absurd. I love satirical stuff, so I was blown away by the story, by the acting, by everything. So congratulations.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I want to ask you is, what can we expect from the show?
Well, you can expect to be sitting on the edge of your seat for the entire 6 episodes, and you can expect to laugh a lot, like truly, profoundly laugh a lot, but also to be held in suspense, to be disturbed, to be surprised, and to be truly, properly entertained in the best sense of the word.
I agree completely. When HBO announced this series, I avoided like seeing the trailers because I wanted to be surprised.
Yeah.
And when I started watching, I was like, okay, I'm laughing and I'm hating every single thing about the show because it's so absurd and it's so good. Every single scene is just blew me out of my mind.
Wow, those are big statements, and I'm glad to hear that, because there's a lot of enthusiasm speaking from what you say, and that's what we love, of course, for people to be really thrilled. I love it.
Yes, absolutely. And you play Herbert Zilbach in the show, and I wanted you to tell us, of course, from Cinepop, what can you tell us about your character?
Well, my character is somebody that comes from a very dark place of guilt and loss, and gets a shot at redemption and a shot at finding a meaning of life. And that shot comes from the most unexpected place, from a place he could have never imagined. Basically, he's being offered the chance to be a close partner to the chancellor in many different functions. You'll discover that as you see it. And so, wow! All of a sudden, he's in a position that he never even dreamed of or even thought was possible. And all of a sudden, he's right there. And then this crazy, unpredictable journey unfolds. A journey filled with all types of desires, needs, love, loss. Like the 360. The 360-degree journey.
I agree completely. And one of the greatest aspects of the show, besides everything else, is your chemistry with Kate Winslet, which is just superb. And I wanted you to tell me, how was it working with her? And did you guys have freedom besides the script to create the personality for the characters?
Yeah, for sure. To answer your second part of the question, yes, we absolutely did have freedom. Of course, we work within, let's say, the matrix of the writing and the very specific context that is given to us. But within that, we of course, we come up with own ideas for, all types of characterization and backstory, everything. We it's a very imaginative process. I mean, Will Tracy wrote something brilliant that then in itself triggers us, sparks our imagination, and then we take it somewhere else, and hopefully he ends up loving it. And he does love it. But it's a very generous thing to do as a writer, because you can write and envision whatever you want as you're writing, but at some point you have to give it away and let other people bring their souls into it. And then to answer the first part of your question, working with Kate, I mean, as an actor that is, or as an actress, is, I mean, it's kind of some of the best stuff that can happen to you, really. And I mean that in the sense that she's a real a real player. She's somebody that really brings game. And when I say game, I don't mean that in in an industrial sense. I mean that in playfulness. It's like really two kids going to the playground and doing what they love the most, and then do it together and be happy to do it together, and then enjoy the hell out of it. And that's really how it feels. And she's very generous, which I think is one of the most important qualities to have as a human being in general, but also as an actor. And she makes weird, atypical choices, bold. It's always fresh, surprising. It's alive. It's a true blessing, and it's not. I mean that. I really, really mean that. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You and Kate are unrecognizable in the show in the best way possible. I wanted to thank you because our time is short, unfortunately. So congratulations again for the show. It's one of the best of the year so far.
Wow.
And thank you so much for having me again.